If you've never been to Ocracoke, you may not have even heard about this island along North Carolina's Outer Banks. It's not the easiest place to get to. It's only accessible by ferry.
That's also what makes Ocracoke so special. It takes that extra effort to get here.
Once the ferry ride ends, you're transported to a very unique place.
So many people come to Ocracoke because of the beautiful beach. We've got 16 miles of beach. But people stay here because of the sense of community that we've got.
Philip Howard has lived in this community of fewer than 1,000 people for 50 years. His family has been here generations.
Our grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, etc., are buried right across the street.
Like many we spoke to in the village, Philip stays on the island when hurricanes threaten, including Dorian that hit last September. The storm was not nearly as strong as it was when it caused catastrophic damage in the Bahamas. But he says what happened on Ocracoke took everyone by surprise.
The water was just pouring down that road. Covered these, then it came over top of these, and by that time it was up on my porch and flowing right into the house. I don't think anybody's seen any water higher than that on Ocracoke.
The very first tide line marker that my dad did was Hurricane Gloria in September '85.
The Howard family has kept record of high water marks from past storms on the side of the craft gallery they have owned since 1970. Dorian is by far the highest.
The guys from NOAA Weather came here and measured this, and I think it's 4.5 feet from the ground, but the tide surge was about 7.5 feet.
Philip's daughter Amy also lives on the island and now manages the shop called the Village Craftsman. She's counted at least 4 dozen structures on Ocracoke that have been torn down since Dorian. Another 200 need to be raised to be protected from future storms.
We've come a long way.
Yep.
But we still have a long way to go.
Amy's home, like many others, as well as businesses, are still being rebuilt as a new hurricane season begins. She says people here live on edge, even when a much weaker tropical storm Arthur brushed past the island last month.
Some people move their cars to higher ground, and normally for something like that, I mean, we'd watch the weather and watch the tide, but nobody would really move their cars yet, but a number of people did.
But the Howards point out, even a storm like Dorian that has created a high level of anxiety and so much destruction can still have a silver lining.
We got help pouring in after the storm from everywhere, and I can't name one person on the island who hasn't been brought to tears.
Now, another storm is hit. It's one the entire world is battling. Tomorrow, we'll take a look at how social distancing and other regulations like wearing masks is affecting life on this Outer Banks island. In Ocracoke, I'm meteorologist Lee Ringer, Spectrum News.